recurrence of that particular CI. And it also says problem management is a holistic approach. When I talk about when I have to stop that CI going down again and again, when I identify this problem to be uh, lying there, which is the whole reason why that CI is breaking down again and again, and I fix that problem. So I also have to think, after fixing this problem of this incident, this problem may exist on another CI too, and that's why I say a holistic approach. Now let me give you an example, easier to understand, and then we'll move on to the problem management workflow. Then I'll move on to one of the techniques of 5i, and most importantly I'll go to with the Ishikawa technique, right? So it's called fishbone analysis as well. It's called cause and effect technique. Okay, all right, let me start talking to you about problem management. And when I said problem management, I want to start off with asking you this question, which I had in my mind and I just lost it. Nevertheless, let's move on. All right, so I told you it's a correct. We have a kappa technique as well. Kappa is corrective actions and preventive actions. When we are doing problem management, we need to take care of what corrective actions are, the ones that we have taken already on an incident. Preventive actions are something that we want to first draft it down, or write it down, and we have a draft version of it, and we see if that's a viable solution to do so, right? So the holistic approach that I was talking about problem management is, first thing when you want to be a problem manager, is to understand the chronology of an incident and understand what was the problem. Sorry, not the chronology of an incident. Of course, the chronology also includes the issue that occurred. So you need to understand what is the issue, and understanding the issue, you need to derive a problem statement. Please understand this. With that issue, you need to derive a problem statement, which is where the whole trick lies, right? Most of the people don't get that, right? For example, I'll give you one simplest example, which I normally give it to everybody. Let's take one example, which is a little um, known to all of you, and not a really uh, good thing that happened in 9/11, maybe. Okay, the attack by the terrorists, right? So okay, so we don't want to get deeper into that, or what happened, how did it happen, all of that, but that's problem management anyway. But then I don't want to talk in specific with 9/11, but it's just an example. And let me take this Hotel Taj that was attacked, right, in Mumbai by the terrorists. Okay, now when we have to do a problem management, and if I have to really understand that, um, what was the problem there, that such a big mess and a lot of lives were at stake, and a lot of lives were taken and stuff like that. If I have to do a problem management, so I ask people, they say, okay, there were a set of people with weapons, right? There were a set of people with weapons with them, and they were shooting a lot of people, right? Not sure if that's even visible to you. And I asked them for a simple problem statement. I asked them, what was the problem, right? They say Hotel Taj was attacked, and there were a lot of people who lost their lives. Okay, I asked them, can you cut it down and tell me? So say simple. They say um, uh, there were people with weapons or arms with them, and they attacked a hotel. So I asked them, attacked Hotel Taj can be a problem statement? They say yes, because that's where we want to find out, why did they select this as a target, what did they do, why did they do this, and etc, and etc, and how did they come, and what route did they take to fix this, or sorry, what route did they take it to reach to this place. So my question is, okay, let's say they attacked Taj Hotel, right? This is a hotel. Sorry for my and stuff like that. So they attacked Taj, and I understood there were about 5 terrorists, and all of them were killed. Right? So there were cops. They identified they were military. There was a military team that came in, and um, they took their steps, what they need to do. The military team, or the black cats, as you call them, right? So they came and they killed these 5 terrorists, and we saved a lot of people, but yes, we lost a lot of lives and stuff like that. But was the issue resolved? Yes. Hotel Taj is now safe, because after all this, Hotel Taj has started looking who is entering into the hotel. So identity and access management takes an important role over here. They also have a lot of more monitoring tools. Event management comes into the play, and these are all after effects of problem management, though, right? So problem management is the team who's also not resolving just the issue or the root cause. They're also making sure that it should not repeat again. So what measures should we take, right? So having said that, so they have increased the number of monitoring tools, maybe more cameras, more detective systems, maybe better detection systems, and also provide access to them only when they have to check in and stuff that, and more security guards, right? So Hotel Taj is now secure with, again, a lot of measures taken for it to be, while the guests are inside Hotel Taj, and we also have extra measures that are being taken beyond that, so that it should not happen again. And the route that they came through sea and stuff like that, that particular port have more security now than it was before. So everybody was happy, right? So that's problem management, right, guys? It's very simple. So identifying what happened when an incident occurred, and identifying the root cause, which route they came, and who was the person, which I don't know they have identified that as yet, that brainwashed a couple of young guys to do such a uh, heinous act, that is not permissible anywhere, and that happened to such a big crime for all of us, and such a big thing to all of us. And uh, basically, I'm trying to relate this to problem management, not getting into sentiments and emotion, right? So they identified the route. They were trying to identify who were these people, and who was that one person who was actually running this whole activity and stuff like that. They identified it, right? So that's the root cause. So they secured the port. They tried to hunt the guy if he was in some other country, and etc., etc. But did it solve the problem? Now let me sit down and ask this question, because everybody who's doing problem management, who's done problem management, and we're happy to doing so, right? So I'll give you about 2-3 seconds to answer, guys. So did we really resolve the problem of uh, the the Taj Hotel? Yes, we did. The answer is yes. Now, can you think holistically? One thing that you need to understand, and then now you need to relate this to IT, but you need to understand this before relating it to IT. Can this happen again? No, it won't happen again, because we have a much tight security. We have increased the number of monitoring tools, and monitoring security. I mean, monitoring sectors. The security is much tighter now, and it's not possible. Yeah, but do you think Taj is the only hotel that they can target? Did we not have a Pulwama attack a little later after that? Guys, it was very simple, right, to understand. So the problem statement then was, the attackers or the terrorists attacked Taj Hotel. Terrorists attacked a Taj Hotel. You know what should have been an actual problem statement? Now you should relate it to IT. The simple statement should have been terrorist attack. A simple problem statement should have been a terrorist attack, which does not only resolve the issue with Taj Hotel, and making sure the Taj Hotel is much safer now, right? Thank God for that. And we should also make sure that other incidents shouldn't have occurred. That's what problem management is, right? We had Pulwama attack later. A lot of soldiers were dead because of that attack as well, due to this terrorism done by some set of crooks who had to do this. Why did that happen? Uh, I'm not talking about that particular thing, but I'm talking about how to explain this stuff to you. When you're writing a problem statement, it is very important that you think holistically. That if you would have just said terrorist Taj Hotel was under terrorist attack, instead of just that, you would have said terrorist attack. That would have saved our complete India, for that matter, right? A complete map, right? The complete, it would have saved a complete India, right? So if they would have said terrorist attack was something that we need to solve, you understand what I'm trying to say? So that's exactly is where we miss. Now you need to understand, when you're doing problem management in your IT world, that how should we write a problem statement? The problem statement is to write it. The statement is terrorist attack, right? Got it? Now that helps you solve a lot of problem, not just any CI. It could be not just a Taj Hotel. It could be anything that we need to save. We need to protect our systems or CIs in IT world from that problem, damaging something into our infrastructure, right? So I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to break this down as simple as I can. That's what I normally do. I give a lot of examples for you to understand. Now, so let's take an example of how does a problem management even come to us. Let's say I'm not talking about proactive problem now, I'm talking about reactive problem. So let's understand the flow. Now you've understood the problem statement. We'll come to the problem statement again a little later, because when we follow any of the technique, we need to derive problem statement first. If you don't know what is the problem, if you don't know the statement itself, if you don't know what is the actual problem, and if you just have a limited problem definition, then you're going nowhere with that. Believe me, you will see the system, or you will see this same attack, or same kind of incident that is happening somewhere else into your IT as well, right? So let's understand the workflow of it, right? So let's say problem detection. Now when I say problem detection, it's number one, it could be proactive, it could be reactive. It depends on what you do. So first thing is problem detection. Just like in incident management flow, we have incident detection, then we have problem logging. You log the problem. How? Once the incident is resolved, you raise a PRB ticket. It's just an abbreviation for problem ticket, right? And what else do you give in that ticket? The chronology of the events that took place during that incident resolution. I'm talking about the reactive problem management now. When you actually open a problem ticket, right? For a reactive problem management, when you open the ticket, you will give them the chronology as well. What is the chronology? During an incident, how many people, how many support groups were involved, or who were there, rather, who were the support groups that were involved in this? During the resolution of an incident, and who did what. Please remember, who did what is your chronology, right? Now after problem logging, problem detection, problem logging, similar to incident management, you need to go for problem categorization and prioritization. What is categorization? Again, it's very simple. It could be a software, or it could be a hardware. Let's say on a server, the server